Hello everyone, I'm Kistar here. Welcome back to Lucy, the eternity she wished for. Continuing where we left off, we got her up and running, and it was October 12th. Now somehow it's May 30th, if I remember correctly. But yeah, let's get this on rolling. I've endured this far with just one goal in mind. There hasn't been a single day where I could rest. It's become natural to go to bed at the crack of dawn. I don't recall the last time I've been home. Thinking back, it's been quite a long while. 15 years. 15 years have passed since I started this project, but the end is near. 15 years of hard work and determination. After all this time, the fruits of my labor may finally be realized. How long have I yearned for this day? I've almost given up on you many times, but I've persevered and finally succeeded. I barely managed to hold back tears. I remind myself that it's still too early to celebrate. I must restrain my exuberance. I'm teetering on the brink of complete exhaustion. I've been pushed physically and mentally to my limit. I've become a shell of my former self. The last 15 years have taken a huge toll on me. I cannot wait any longer. That is why. Please open your eyes. Lucy Valentine. Wait, what? Yes, okay, I already know the 3 laws of robotics. I already know that, please. October 13. You. Okay, so I'm guessing that was the future? My alarm is going off. Tap. I shut off the alarm by reflex. I groggily get up to check the time. Dot. The clock reads 6:30 a.m. Oh no, go back to sleep. School starts at 8 sharp. It takes 30 minutes to get there. So I have about 1 extra hour. Dot. There's plenty of time left. I'm still feeling tired. Should just go back to sleep, right? Closing my eyes, I lie back down. I decided to catch some more disease. Dot. After a brief moment, I get back up. I realize that I have been forgetting something. Come to think of it, wasn't there a look around for the android? And there it was, dressed in provocative clothing, with a taut-nosed, luscious lips, and a hair glinting in silver. The android named Lucy came into my view. Lucy. As I call her name, I'm greeted by an immediate reaction. It seems to be revving up itself. It mutters something and starts to rise off the floor. A robot looks no different to those of a real person. Also with a pretty face to boot. Don't get the wrong idea. Just because it's attractive doesn't mean I'm interested. Since it's a robot. In other words, it's like checking out a girl from a magazine. Except that feeling is amplified tenfold in this case. Although technology is improving, a huge gap remains between humans and robots. You can't approach a person like you would with a robot. No matter how close a robot would simulate a human being, a machine and a man will always be different. As I continue staring at the android, I think to myself, what kind of greeting should I be using here? Good morning? Did you sleep well? They all feel out of place. I decided to ask her about her condition instead. How are your battery levels?
100% チャージ完了。問題は見つかりませんでした。
Good to know. I let out a yawn as I make my way over to the bathroom. Finish up my morning ablutions. I dry myself off with a towel as I head downstairs. Enter the living room. I spot a couple of plain sandwiches on the table. Dot. Grabbing one, I start munching down. Dot. It's always the same sandwich from the convenience store just across the street. While chewing, I glance around the living room. My father has already left for work. He always leaves early and returns late at night. Actually, he typically spends the night at work. That's how it is around here. I head back to my room. The android is waiting for me in the exact same spot. Looks like it hasn't budged an inch, as expected from a robot. Putting that aside, I start to prepare for school. While packing my bag, I start to wonder if the robot has any magical self-regenerating abilities. How do you feel? Now that you're fully charged, are you able to walk? His head slowly turns to face me.
下半身の関節部分に相当の負荷を感知。通常の任務を行うのは不可能と判断。よって修理を要求します。
Keep things simple, remember?
まだ歩けません。
Still? Aren't you a real pain? Anyways, I understand. I'm not even going to make the attempt to fix itself. I'm way out of my depth here. I'll see what happens once I take it to the repair shop. Just about finished packing. Only thing left is the android itself. So how am I going to lug this thing? Yeah, place it in my backpack. It's not gonna fit in my backpack unless it can carry everything. Carry it on my back? Carry on my back. Guess there's no other choice. I kneel down, facing away from the robot. Alright, hop onto my back. It tilts its head to the side, looking confused. After noticing that, I start to get a little irritated. Top of the line? Yeah, right. How am I supposed to explain every little thing? Listen up. Put your arms around my neck and climb onto my back. Can you do that? It follows my instructions to the letter.
確認要請。この方法で合っていますか？
She's heavy, isn't she? Oh, because she's hurting me, I guess, because since her arms are around my neck, it's choking me. Stop! Surrender! The strangling grip loosens. I collapse to my knees in the coffin fit thing. Think I nearly blacked out there. Are you trying to murder me? There's no need to put that much force into it. Just do it enough not to fall off. Honest to God, thought I was a goner. That thing's got a steel vice chokehold. This android should like to be a world to be a world wrestling champion. Okay, let's try that again. Second time's the charm. Rising off the floor, I raise myself for the extra weight. Huh? But lo and behold, it was deceptively light. I think I'm coming around to appreciating this first-class product and lift off. The weather's not too bad. The brisk autumn breeze is cool against my skin. I gladly inhale the crisp morning air, letting last night's stress melt away. The streets are still quiet, which is good. The less there are to see this, the better, especially with what I'm lugging on my back. Let's see here. Where's the repair shop? If memory serves, it should be about 15 minutes away. Which is a relief, as I'm not really what you call a fit guy. Not sure I can shelf this thing much longer. And now this road's fidgety. Hold on tighter so you don't fall off. It feels like I'm scolding a child. Not so, hey, stop moving around so much. She's so cute. I could feel the android through my clothes. Its textures feel surprisingly similar to humans. I've noticed it yesterday, and it manages to surprise me again today. And that's not the only thing. It's warm to the touch. It feels as if I'm carrying an actual person. Probably just its heating system. That would explain it. Wow, feels like a real person. I muttered to myself absentmindedly.
冷却器および温度計は正常に作動しています。
Say what?
人間の温度を目安に精密な発熱量の調節を繰り返し行っています。
Good to know. Motherboards and microprocessors consisting of various computer chips. There must be thousands of those inside a single android. The heating man and eating from the machine. It's as warm as human skin. It feels just like us. But it's not a real person. It's just an elaborate fake. Sometimes I fear what progress and technology would bring to the future. Do you know where we're headed? With a whir, the robot shakes its head sideways. We're going to a place that will get you fixed up. When they begin the repairs, you need to be still and quiet so they won't be distracted. Do you understand? Hey, I'm asking if you understand. Say something. Maybe it took my command literally. I just hope it got my message. Letting out a frustrated sigh, I resumed walking. It'll be about time for my classmates to head in. I begin to hurry so as to avoid running into anyone that might recognize me. I arrive at the place in an aching and huffing mess. Sure has the look of a small antique shop, but mostly dealing in second-hand jobs. They do dabble in robot repairs. Word is there is even a fixer who likes robotics, and that he's half decent. Normally I wouldn't be caught in a place like this, but these are unusual circumstances. I might not do the voices for everybody in here, so. What? A customer already? Hold on. I couldn't read the next part, but talk about grumpy demeanor. After a while, a man emerges from the back, scratching his head. Alrighty, continue on. And judging from that non-too-pleasant expression, I'm pretty sure the guy's not an early riser. Stiffly in a yawn, he asks, "So what can I do for you? It's so early in the morning." Unable to move my arms, I just had the android draped over my back with my chin. "Can you fix this?" Is that an android? Wiping his tired eyes, he gazes intently at the robot. Let me see here. I don't think I've ever seen this model before. I spot a glint of curiosity in those sleepy, half-closed eyes of his. He walks over to take a closer look. Oh my god, how many more hums are you gonna do? Well, I'm stumped. I can't make out the model. It's probably some obscure model from an unknown company, or it's never been actually released to the public. Where'd you get this, kid? Well, not like I went through the dump illegally. How should I play this? You might call the cops on me. That's what I did, was clearly illegal. So, what should I say? Find the line somewhere outside. Yeah, sure. It fell from the sky. Shall I? I'm telling him the truth. I'm gonna be honest. It can probably destroy me, but I found it in the junkyard. Junkyard? You don't mean that company's junkyard. He tosses his thumb over his shoulder. I'm not sure exactly what he's referring to, but I haven't seen any other junkyards around here, so yeah, that's probably the one. You've got some guts, kid. I hope you know how much the fines are. I know that anything in the world is free as long as you don't get caught. You're funny, kid. I like that. Well, I guess he's cool with it. Wait a minute. What's this? A nasty frown forms on his face. Is something wrong? Yeah, you could say that. Suddenly he starts fussing like a little child. What kind of sticker would do this? Just look at it. The whole frame's ruined. It won't even be able to move around properly on its own. He was right. Pretty savvy of him to point that out. I guess he's the real deal after all. So do you think you can fix it? That's not the main issue here. There's something more important. What's that? Do you have the resolve to take proper care of an android? The resolve? Where'd this come from? Listen, androids break easily. They're fragile. They're sensitive. They're delicate. Do you get what I'm saying here? He emphasizes his points 3 times. That's how passionate he was about it. I can see that he really loves his robots. But at the same time, he's starting to freak me out. He continues to rant. To a lot of people, androids are nothing but fancy toys nowadays. I mean, those kind of folks pay for my food and my bills, but whenever I hear about how they've been mistreating their androids, I tend to lose my temper. I don't understand how important these creatures really are to us. I really take a small step back. Creatures? This man just referred to androids as creatures. He's not right in the head. You're not right in the head. He's right. Next time they've been people who fall in love with androids. Listen, I myself might fall for one. Okay, don't judge. I mean, look at Chobits, Chi from Chobits, Anime Kaze from Utono Prince-sama, the Vocaloids. I mean, come on, the androids. Who wouldn't, fall in love with them? Not just carnal desire. I'm talking about people who are willing to spend the rest of their lives with androids, treating them as equals. It's a controversial topic that's getting more discussion. It's an abnormality spawning from an advancing civilization with constant innovation in technology. As someone who's never seen it happen firsthand, I've always refused to believe it. I can't believe such people actually exist. An android simply lacks the intellect to be paired up with a human being. It's nothing but a glorified hunk of metal that can make our lives a bit easier. I'd rather spend my entire life with a monkey. At least monkeys are actually living creatures. They share many similarities with humans. I can't pronounce anything today. Jeez Louise, what's wrong with me? This is my first-hand experience with such a case, and I feel more disappointed than shocked. He seemed perfectly normal. I guess you can't judge a book by its cover. I'll get it fixed, but you better treat it right. Got it? Really? I'm not the one who banged it up in the first place. Even so, I don't feel like it's worth starting an argument over. Let's just get this over with. Krister. Yeah. What a great kid. At least you listen when someone tells you something. Since we're chummy now, how about lowering your price? Cause I can't afford this at all. Ha! Don't push your luck, kid. That was a full 180. So much for a budding friendship. You know what? Fine. Half price, since you're my first customer of the day. I'm relieved to hear that. Any discounts at most certainly welcome. Great. Can you have it ready by the end of school? It's a pretty light day, so yeah, it's doable. He punches some numbers into his calculator, and he shows me the results. I was planning on charging you only about this much. What do you think? Sounds like a lot of money, isn't it? I blank out for a bit. There are a lot of video games that I've always wanted to buy. I also needed to save up for new textbooks that I'll be using next year. This robot had better pay for itself. Fine, I'll pay you when I come back. Holding out my treasured pocket watch, I glanced at the time. I've wasted too much time here. An outdated gear clocker in this day of an age? I like it. Has a nostalgic charm. I'm well aware that these types of watches are hard to find. But more importantly, this is my personal way of rebelling against this continuously developing society. Hey, you piece of junk. Are you really gonna call Lucy a piece of junk in front of the guy who's going to repair her? Can't you hear me? No response. I finally decide to respect name. Lucy. Oh, I just noticed the eyes did shift. That is so cool. The robot immediately reacts. What's the thing? I'll be back after school. Behave yourself, alright? The android wobbles his head back and forth. I'm hoping it understood me. And with that, I leave the shop. I hightail it towards my school. I'm in second year. We're running a movie I saw recently springs to mind. An old sci-fi flick set in the year 2050. All these oldies seem to be lacking in one thing: creativity. A few showcases large-scale space battles. Others have flying vehicles soaring through the sky. Well, guess what? It's 2050, and we don't have moon-shaped starships or flying cars zipping around. People still walk to school. People still drive normal vehicles. People still ride bicycles and skateboards. Some people still use old fountain pens or pocket watches like me. But there exists a single piece of technology that becomes more prominent in our lives: androids. They're being used everywhere around the world. That's one thing these age films got right. I like that morning bell ring. Well, the bell ring in general, but still. The morning bell snaps me from my reverie, and I dash straight into my classroom. Please refrain from running in the hallways. A janitor android squads me as I rush past it. This type has facial recognition support to report any transgressor, like me. Except I simply cover my face, and there's no record. You gotta know how to exploit the system. Safe! Bolstered by my recent victory, I strut towards my desk with confident swagger. I notice that the teacher is not in yet. I plunk down my seat while still huffing. That was pretty cool. Did you sleep in again? That concern-filled voice was coming from the guy sitting next to me. Who are you? A clever-looking fellow. People usually refer to him by his nickname, Gears. That's because he's a real geek with a burning passion for robots. I, on the other hand, despise robots, and while I label myself as an introvert, he is very approachable and outgoing. Moreover, our tastes and hobbies differ quite a lot. You think we have nothing to do with each other, but as they say, opposites attract. I know, weird, right? No, I just had some business to take care of. Really? This early in the morning? It's a long story. I'm cut short by a middle-aged man making his entry. Our teacher, a female assistant android, trails behind. Let's talk about this later. I sent him the signal. He returns a thumbs up. Lunchtime rolls by. I take out my freshly bought pieces of bread. Gears does likewise with a very appealing lunchbox. Two desks have been joined together. On mine, there are a couple of pieces of fried croquettes with a carton of chocolate milk. My friend, on the other hand, has a quite tasty spread on his, which he seems to be enjoying immensely. I've heard that his maid android makes it for him every morning, and the food doesn't look half bad. But again, anything looks better to a Porsche. I'm not saying that bad word. No, like me, who eats bread every day. Problems with food or... Never mind. Problem indeed. I bite down on the croquette. It tastes horrible, doesn't it? It's like expired or something. Delicately piercing its golden crisp, warm surface, a savory scent waves forth. The sweet, okay, so it's still good. The sweet flavor of dough mingles with a tantalizing aroma, creating a heavenly fixture. But that's not all. The cream inside unleashes its softness as it slowly melts upon my tongue. For the vegetables in the mixture provide a strong, rich flavor. the eggs and mashed potatoes on the fray by pleasantly blending in with the other ingredients. This is refined taste. It must be. Had you going there, didn't I? Setting aside the sad excuse for my rubber. Subject. I pose a question to Dr. Gears. Okay, so it was just basically being fake, trolling, whatever you call it. It was okay. It was nothing delicious about it. By the way, didn't you once tell me that you have a lot of androids at home? Huh? Yeah, around 6, I think. That's a high number. A typical household can't afford that many. Rumors like yours is from a well-to-do family. Why sudden interest? It's nothing. Oh, wait a minute. He started screaming like an idiot. Hey, your food's falling out of your mouth, you know. You've taken a liking to androids, haven't you? So you're calling off this little war of ours? More like a temporary truce. Good enough. Androids are simply amazing, you know. They're truly the greatest inventions that scientists has delivered since the beginning of mankind. There are quite a few types, measures, and made models. They take care of all the chores and really know how to cook. On top of that, the female ones are pretty cute. Sometimes I find myself admiring them. You've got one sick, twisted mind, Gears. Tisk tisk. Don't you know that people can achieve inner peace with beauty? It's been proven by science, you know. I shake my head wearily. I do admire his enthusiasm over something so petty, though, really. Look, it's what's on the inside that counts. What are you talking about? Appearance doesn't matter, it's still a crummy, stupid robot. Here's an example using people. Let's say there's a person who's with a pretty face, but he's a man. Does the fact that he's got it in one's face change anything? No, he's ultimately a man. Likewise, even I see a beautiful android, since it's ultimately a robot, its aesthetics doesn't matter anymore. It just becomes an illusion. What I'm trying to say is that even if a robot acts like a person, it's not. Therefore, our robots are the same to me, and I dislike them all. I guess you still haven't changed your mind. But there has to be a reason why you brought it up, right? Normally, you wouldn't even talk about it. Well, yeah. If you're looking to buy one, I'm here for you, man. Make sure to fill you in on everything you need to know. I'm telling you, you'll be making the greatest purchase of your life. In response, I rub my cheeks in embarrassment. I'm not exactly looking to buy one. Could it be that you're worried about the price, my friend? Don't worry. I have some connections that'll let you have one dirt cheap. As long as I'm with you, there won't be any problems. No, it's not that. There is no need to buy one. Now, just what do you mean by that? Fidgeting awkwardly, I wonder if I should tell everything. I found one somewhere. Found what? An android? You found an android? Yeah. Where? At the junkyard. Holy, you lucky son of a gun. Is it something like an IDX 358 or 455? What model is it? Alright, well, I'm gonna leave it off here before I start confessing everything to Gears, you know. It's a miracle he's not telling on people. Hey, look, he found an android in a junkyard. We should report him, you know? So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you in the next part. Bye-bye.